You're nothing but lies. Smack runner with weak alibis. Smack runner, your game is through. Smack runner, I'm talking to you.
Your skills are weak and incomplete, it's really a joke to think you can get over me without
Yeah!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You play Russian roulette this way.
Deep down in places you don't talk about at parties. You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Keep this frequency clear.
And now it's conspiracy. See, they've made that something that should not be even entertained for a minute. That powerful people might get together and have a plan. Doesn't happen. You're a kook. You're a conspiracy buff.
You're watching The Truth is Viral, the only news program on the internet trusted to deliver the truth since 2008. And now, here's your host, Mr. Bobby Powell.
Welcome back to The Truth is Viral, everybody. We will get around them. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. That's what they teach us in the Marine Corps. Hurrah! So, oh, Cynthia didn't get to go out and vaccinate her horse. Oh, poor baby. Oh, you got to get that done. Nth Degree, hey, how you doing? Jamie? Good to see you guys. YouTube's really screwing with me. It was funny. They've been doing this for a while. Then earlier this week, I think it was Sunday night, while Pete was streaming, or it was Monday morning maybe. Yeah, it was Monday morning while Pete was streaming. Got cut off right in the middle. And he called me, and I went to my channel and looked, and I'm like, what's the problem? My copyright status is good. I got 0 copyright strikes. I got 0 community guideline strikes. But, yeah, doggone it, looky here. Live streaming. Your ability to live stream has been revoked. Disabled. So, yeah. They're putting a hurting on me. And, makes you angry, you know? Really does. Barack Obama once complained that people like me stuck to my guns and my Bible. He should be glad that I stick to my Bible. They should all be glad that I stick to my Bible, because my Bible says do no harm. And I've always got to remember what Nietzsche says, too, even though he is an atheistic nihilist. Because he's right in this instance. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not himself become a monster, because once you gaze into the abyss too long, it eventually gazes back at you. Well, it's a good thing I'm not a little baby like these snowflakes on the left, try and throw temper tantrums. No, folks, I'm a U.S. Marine, not a Republican or a Democrat, but a monarchist serving our coming king. And we have to remember that today is Friday, it's Red Friday. Remember, everyone deployed. So we always wear a red shirt. And tonight I chose this one. It says Revolution. I think that's what we're going to need. And not a revolution against the government, mind you. No, we finally got a good government. Got a president with balls and a first lady with none. And they are rooting out the bad characters in the deep state. And there's things going to happen here that they don't want you to know about. That's why you need to make sure that you follow The Truth is Viral and the Pete Santilli Show wherever you go. Wherever you can find us. Find Pete, too, at that at PeteLive.tv. And then Pete Santilli Show Live.tv. And then my show at TTIVLive.tv. And subscribe to my backup YouTube channel that you're watching this on right now, some of you. And make sure that you ring the little bell so that you get notified of all of our new videos. They might take this one down too. Who knows? I'm sure they'll get around to it eventually, as soon as we get enough subscribers. I had 40,000 subscribers on my main channel. Let's bring that up. I want to show you some stuff. A little behind the scenes, as it were. They keep on taking subscribers away from me and views. I don't know what that, how that benefits them, but last month I was about to roll over to 6 million views, and I was expecting to wake up the next day and be rolled over to 6 million, and doggone it, instead of rolling over to 6 million, they took away 900,000 views. How that benefits them, I do not know. But they did it. And they're constantly dropping subscribers. Doesn't make much difference, though. Even though I've got nearly 40,000 subscribers, 39,917, most of my shows are getting just a couple of hundred views, as you see here. 335, 195. Ooh, 2,100. That was a good one. 111. 299, 148, 279, 129. And most of them are not monetizable. But you'd think with 40,000 subscribers, I'd be able to get more than a couple of hundred views per video. I don't even know why I bother using Twitter. Nobody ever retweets me. Got over like 1,500 followers, but nobody ever retweets me. Nobody ever likes anything because they don't see it. These communists that are running Silicon Valley don't want you to see the truth. That's why Alex Jones is gone. That's why Mike Adams, the health ranger, is gone. That's why over 800 pages and groups off of Facebook were deleted. because things are happening. Things are happening quick. And they just want you to have nowhere to go but the mainstream media for news. And me with my little channel, why am I such a threat? I don't know. Probably because my shows are less conspiracy theory and more conspiracy fact. Those that have watched my show for a while know that I go to the source wherever I can. I have had CIA spies and members of the House of Representatives on my show, senators, presidential candidates. So I go to the horse's mouth because I have a background in mainstream media journalism. I am an old school journalist, folks. I don't bring you stuff that I can't prove. And if I can't prove it 100%, well, I can give you a pretty doggone good educated guess about it. And I want to show you how desperate the deep state is. You watched my show 2 weeks ago about General Jack Bergman, who's my representative here in the 1st District of Michigan. I want you to look at this. This is terrible. I started a petition on change.org that was addressed to Senator Rand Paul and all of the members of the ethics committees in the House of Representatives and the Senate. General Jack Bergman wants to expose the 264 predators, the sexual perverts in Congress who've paid over $17 million to silence their victims in exchange for non-disclosure agreements that kept their names secret. That petition's 2 weeks old. 3 people have signed it. I promoted that endlessly the weekend after that show aired. I put it in every Facebook group that I still had access to. I put it up on my blog at bobpowell.blogspot.com. 3 people have signed that petition. So don't tell me I'm not being censored. The deep state does not want their sexual predators unveiled. That's almost half of Congress. That's a lot of people. A lot of bad people. And they don't want you to see it. So we've got the midterm elections coming up. That's one reason that they're silencing conservative voices. And there is a invading army of illegal aliens on our southern border that's growing by the day. Some estimates, and I haven't been able to verify this, but some estimates put as many as 200,000 that will have joined these caravans. You know, there are 4 caravans now. Not just the one, 4. And they're picking up people everywhere they go. This is why Donald Trump is sending 15,000 members of the United States military to our border. And the left is saying, well, what about posse comitatus? What about posse comitatus? That rule is, or that law is in effect to keep the United States military from using or exercising police powers against United States citizens. It doesn't apply when they're on the border repelling an invasion of foreigners, waving the flag of Guatemala and Honduras and Mexico. So the militia have gone down there to support the military. And, last Friday night I told you what I thought about that. I don't think it's a great idea. But nobody listens to poor old Bobby. They're going down there anyway. They seem to forget that half of the militia at the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge were FBI informants. I don't know how they could forget a thing like that, but they have. So, I'm not going to call for militia to go down to the border, but they are going nonetheless. But I am going to cover them as an observer and report to you the news that the mainstream media doesn't want you to know. And I'm including Fox in this, folks. I mean, we know that Shepard Smith is like their token far-left liberal, right? You never get a straight word out of him. He should be on MSNBC. But the whole network is either severely misinformed or they've got an agenda and then they're disguising it a little bit more subtly than other legacy media like ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC. Remember, they were all up in support of John McCain when he wanted to send troops to Syria. Thank God that never happened. Fox is always like right there. They're right on the edge of the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, right? But they just never seem to get there. The only place that you're ever going to see the real truth unvarnished is The Truth is Viral. Because I guarantee you that I will never present anything to you that I can't prove or at least believe in my heart is true, is real, is godly, and is biblical. It's one of the big 10, remember, thou shalt not bear false witness. And I'm not in this for money. If I was, I sure wouldn't be doing this. You don't make money here, I'm telling you. Let me show you something. You're going to laugh at this. Got over 400 videos on my main Truth is Viral channel. And before the demonetization, the adpocalypse, I was doing okay. You know, as far as being able to pay my bills. Google ad revenue was not great, but I was bringing in maybe $500-600 a month. And with between that, excuse me just one second. Yes, sir. Did you butt dial me? I think I got butt dialed. Oh, well. So, yeah, I was making enough to pay the bills. And that added to my Social Security disability and my wife's. And we were able to pay our mortgage and all that. But the YouTube revenue, I'm getting now $61.11 for the last 28 days. This is a joke right here, folks. $61.11. And with all of the stuff that's going on, or that has gone on, I can't keep up. When my wife died, that took half our income right there. My son turned 18, there goes another $400 a month. So I'm going to tell you exactly where I'm at, because I need your help. I really do. You know, I work at this more than 80 hours a week. From the time I get up in the morning until the time I go to bed at night, I'm researching or editing video or putting this show together for you. And I'm not doing it for the money, but it costs money to keep this going. It really and truly does. I've got to have subscriptions to news sources, to software that I've got to have that brings this broadcast to you right now, streaming it out to 6 different platforms at the same time. And just expenses. The lights alone are $200 a month. So I get a little over $800 a month from my disability. $400 of that goes right to my mortgage. And $200 a month for the lights. Another $150 for the high-speed cable and internet access. And that's not even including water and property taxes. And I just paid $100 today to have my registration renewed on my car. I mean, I just can't. I'm drowning. I'm going to be truthfully and 100% honest with you. I'm drowning in debt. Oh, another $100 of that comes right out every month from the bank for a loan that I took out, a $3,000 loan to pay for this main computer that I've got here. 2 years ago I got it. And for expenses that I incurred going out to out to Oregon to cover Pete's trial before it was before the charges were dismissed. So I'm still paying $100 a month on that loan. I had a little bit of money from inheritance when my mom died. That's all gone. I've been having garage sales all summer, selling everything that I could. That's all gone. I have nothing left to sell. No loans that I can take out. Credit cards are full. So we depend on you now. Your super chats help. When you ask a question on YouTube in the super chats, I will answer them at the end of the show. And music playing in the background. Huh. I don't know why. I just got that. Let me see. There shouldn't be any music playing in the background. That's negated out. I don't know where it's coming from. Is there music playing in the background? I'm looking over here at my YouTube chat room. Is there music playing in the background, guys? Still? I don't see anything live on my board here. Okay, well, we won't worry about it for right now because I don't see it. I don't know where it's coming from. Okay, Cynthia doesn't hear any music. Okay, I guess we're good then. So yeah, we're at the end of the rope. And this is why they've demonetized all of us. They want to discourage people from doing this. But they don't know that I'm not in it for the money. Well, they maybe do. I'm in this to save lives and win souls for Jesus Christ in these very last days. For those that don't know me yet, or don't remember, I do this for my little girl. My daughter Ashley came to live with me when she was 18 years old. She had lived with her mother her whole life. But she always wanted to live with her daddy. She was so beautiful. And she'd never gotten any religious instruction from her mom, right? Heathen. And when she came to live with me, I tried to tell her about Christ a couple of times, but she would always look at me with those big, beautiful eyes, and she'd say, "Oh, Daddy, you know I don't believe in that." So I didn't push my faith on her. I figured that there would be plenty of time for me to share the message that Jesus Christ will give you the salvation that you've been looking for the asking. Doesn't cost anything. It's free. So I didn't push my faith on her. I figured, like I said, there would be plenty of time for me to bring her to Christ. I could not have been more wrong. She died of a massive heart attack at 24 years of age. Unsaved. So I don't do this for money. I literally use the skills that I gained in my career as a mainstream media journalist to save lives and win souls for Jesus Christ in these very last days. I may not have been able to save my daughter, but I can save other daughters and sons and brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, by bringing them the truth. That is my mission, and I need your help. Because they don't want you to know the truth. Especially not now. So, if you have the ability, please go to bobpowell.blogspot.com and hit that PayPal button, or hit me up with a super chat. I'm sorry, Cindy. Please quit calling me Cynthia. Oh my. I'm sorry, sweet pea. But you know what? I may not be wealthy in money, and that's something I really couldn't care less about. As long as I've got a roof over my head and can pay my bills, that's all I care about. But I am wealthy in friends. My viewers. I went to the post office today, That's another $35 every 6 months I got to pay. I found a card. No money. Nobody sent me any money. But I found a card from a young lady in Battle Creek, Michigan. And I'll tell you, folks, it was exactly what I needed today. I'm going to read it to you right now. Excuse me. The generosity of spirit of you guys really touches me. It says, Dear Bob, this note, excuse me, this note is to encourage you as you continue to get the truth out to those who are awake. God gave me a word recently that I will now share with you. Soldier on. Yep, that's what he told me. So soldier on, brother. Today I've got no money. Well, welcome to the club. So I can't physically contribute to your cause, but I am sending you my thanks and encouragement. God has a plan, and He's working it out in our lives each and every day. We truly live in the theater of the absurd. Fake news is the diet of the masses. Your work is a refreshing oasis in a sea of slime. Keep up the good work. I will continue to pray for you. Soldier on, Bob. Jesus is coming soon. All the best of blessings, Susan. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. You guys never cease to amaze me. God is faithful, and He has always come through for me. Usually it's at the very last moment. I think that's maybe a way of testing me. Make sure that I still operate in faith. So far, He hasn't let me down. And neither of you guys. So, Google and Facebook and Twitter, YouTube, they can censor us and shadow ban us all they want. We will find a way to get around their censorship. So, I have faith in that. But I need you guys to help us. Make sure that you subscribe to The Truth is Viral in that all of our sources that are still online, they're all linked in the video description below. And go to bobpowell.blogspot.com and hit that PayPal button. That's very important. Or you can send check your money order to Post Office Box 91, Alpena, Michigan 49707. Make sure you subscribe to the blog at bobpowell.blogspot.com, TTIV at gab.com. Buddy0353 on Twitter, Bobby Powell Plus on Google Plus, and oh yeah, the new one, ttivlive.tv. That's where, no matter where we're broadcasting from, that's where the signal will originate. So this backup channel might be gone. They could shut me off right in the middle of this broadcast. But we've got other sources where we will broadcast from. We Marines always have a plan, and a backup plan, and a backup plan for the backup plan. And we need your help to like, comment, and share the videos. Donate if you have the ability. Remember, if you're on Social Security disability or something like that, God knows, I know how hard it is to make it, to live like that. So I don't want your money at all. You just keep it in your pocket. But you like, comment, and share the video, and get the truth out to other folks. And support us in the super chats when those come up on YouTube. Because, there are no mainstream media outlets are going to report the truth to you about this caravan or about the midterm elections. The Truth is Viral and the Pete Santilli Show are the only two that you're going to find any real truth, where you're going to find top-notch guests, people that actually know what's going on. And in the coming days and weeks, our channels are going to be the conduit for the Patriot community. They're going down to the border. The militia, they, God love them. They're the best that America has to offer. But you got to be very careful. You really do. As I told you last week, even if you're on the border and a member of MS-13 is coming at you with an AK-47 or a machete or whatever, and you shoot him in legitimate self-defense, the guilt of that is going to weigh on you for the rest of your life. Battle-hardened Marines, soldiers, sailors, seamen, are killing themselves at the rate of 22 a day because they can't live with the things that they've had to do for this country. So I would save you that grief. Taking a life even in self-defense is going to weigh heavily on your soul. You don't need that kind of garbage. So if you go down to the border as part of a militia, know what you're getting into. I'd stay home. But that's what the militia is for. It's to protect your neighbors and your family from an outside threat. It's not to go be an aggressor somewhere. So, if you go down to the border, just observe and report. Live stream what you're doing, and we will carry it for you. Pete and I. We'll put your live streams out there on the internet so that hundreds and thousands will see it. And hundreds of thousands. Or disaster relief. You're doing that on a daily basis, or every now and then, whenever it happens, when there's a hurricane and your militia, decides to do something, we'll broadcast that tip for you too. One thing you're not going to catch me doing, though, is encouraging people to go down there. It is dangerous. There's no command and control to speak of between the various militia. It's kind of I don't want to say that we would act as command and control because we really have no part in the chain of command, but we will report the activities of various militias so that you guys can coordinate. Stay out of each other's way. Stay out of the Army's way. If they're flying a drone above the border and they see an armed man on the U.S. side of the border, they're not going to know that you're one of the good guys. You might get hit with friendly fire from an A-10. Wouldn't that suck? Various militias have no comms with the Army or the Air Force or the Marines. You got the United States military acting as our first line of defense. Then you got the National Guard behind them, state police behind them, sheriff's department behind them, local police departments behind them. That's when the militia comes, when everybody else has been exhausted, or to fill a hole in a gap after you've been asked. That's what a lot of people don't get. That's the big differentiation between the Bundys at the Bundy Ranch and the Bundys at the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge. Down at Bundy Ranch, well, they were being threatened and abused by out-of-control members of the federal government. Perfectly legitimate use of militia. But can't say the same about the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge. They went up there on their own. They weren't particularly truthful to the people that were following them. I know Pete never knew anything about them taking over the bird refuge. He was up there to cover a protest for the Hammonds. The most offensive thing that the Bundys advertised that they were going to do would be to throw change at the sheriff's department. And then they go run off and take over that bird refuge. It was just stupid. Because then they became the aggressors, you see. And they weren't particularly wanted up there either. The Hammonds told them to go away. And I understand their reasoning, their rationale behind it. But it was the wrong fight, the wrong place, the wrong time. And an innocent man ended up being murdered by the FBI because of it. And when I say saving lives and winning souls for Jesus Christ, that I mean that in every possible literal sense. See, as a United States Marine, I know what violence looks like. I mean, I may look like a great big old teddy bear, but there's a guy that the Marine Corps spent millions of dollars to train to be the world's deadliest weapons platform. And I've got him behind glass with a little saying on there that says, break only in case of war. Spent almost 40 years keeping him behind glass. He's not a nice guy. And I'll tell you, if I go to my grave without ever having harmed another human being, I will be the happiest camper this world has ever seen. But that doesn't mean I'm not prepared for violence. I train all the time. And so should you. The left is crazy. They've lost every last bit of their minds. All you have to do to get attacked anymore is wear a red Make America Great Again hat at a McDonald's. So if you don't have a gun, buy one. Depending on the laws in your state, you may open carry or get a license to carry a concealed weapon. Whatever you have to do, do it so that you can carry a weapon legally. And then train to use it. Train until it's secondhand nature. Train until the muscle memory is there to just take place of having to think about it. Before I became one of the walking wounded, I had my quick draw time down to 0.7 seconds between the time of unholstering my weapon and putting a round effectively downrange in the middle of a target. I can still use this hand, I'm just not quite so fast with it. All I really need is this part where the grip goes into in my trigger finger. Gosh, I love you guys. So remember, the very most important thing that you can do is to bookmark ttivlive.tv. And in case my YouTube channels disappear altogether, well, that's where you'll find me, no matter where the stream originates from. I'm going to be moving my video archive over to real.video. It's the site Mike Adams put up. He just hooked me up with a channel over there, and we'll be moving over there because can't count on YouTube anymore. Not only for the fact that they shadow ban me and don't let my viewers see my content, but because I might just disappear altogether one day. I'm sure a lot of people would like to see that. Well, I hate to disappoint them, but it's not that easy. The devil has tried to stop me because I have been saving lives and winning souls for Jesus Christ. To date, I've had a total of 8 people write to me and tell me that because of watching my show, they got on their knees. And were saved. Thank God. Now, I realize that's not a whole lot of people, but I'm not a preacher. 8's a lot for me. I've paid a price for that, too. Since I rededicated The Truth is Viral, saving lives and winning souls for Jesus Christ after my daughter died, I've lost my mother, my wife, and 5 very close friends to heart attacks or cancer. So for every soul that I've saved, or that every soul that I led to Christ to be saved, He's taken somebody that I love. Not going to stop me. So I made a promise to God and my little girl that never again would I remain silent because I was afraid of somebody calling me a nut job or a religious weirdo or whatever epithet they might come up with. got a higher calling in mind. I don't answer to Mark Zuckerberg. I don't answer to the executives at Google or YouTube or Twitter. I don't answer to anybody but Almighty God. And when He calls me to account, I want to be able to stand in front of Him and say, Lord, I did everything that I could. I think that's really all He asks of any of us. Do everything that we can. So, I guess that's it. It's 8 o'clock. Time for me to go bye-bye. Pete's going to come up at 9 o'clock. Remember to watch for him. He's always got a great show. And one last time, if you have the ability, please go to bobpowell.blogspot.com and hit that PayPal button. Or in the video description below, there's a direct link to PayPal. PayPal.me/thetruthIsViral. And you can support our mission of saving lives and winning souls for Jesus Christ in these very last days. Thank you for watching. I will see you Monday night at 7 right here on the backup channel, youtube.com/thetruthIsViral or at ttivlive.tv. And as always, God bless, Semper Fi, and hurrah. See you Monday night, folks.
Thank you for watching The Truth is Viral with your host, Bobby Powell. Make sure to follow The Apocalypse on Twitter at The Truth is Viral. Like The Truth is Viral on Facebook, and if you can, please remember to donate to the cause via PayPal at www.bobpowell.blogspot.com.